Oh, car the other way too. He didn't slow down much either.
No.
So, good evening. I don't know how good the light is in here, but Steve and I is going to go try to do some Milky Way shots again. Maybe we'll get it down this time.
Maybe. Of course, the clouds got to get out of the way, but there's a chance it might happen.
We got a high cloud cover, so there's some breaks in it, but well, hey, we're make your own luck, so we're going to go out there and try. But Steve had this place picked out 2 months ago, I think, on PhotoPills.
I think when we were out shooting dogwoods.
Yeah, it was that long ago. You're right.
Yeah, we figured it out then, and we've been kind of waiting around since.
I can't believe it's August already. Summer flew by. Now, I told you before, I don't like taking pictures in the summer. It's hard to get good landscape pictures, but Steve and I are both chomping at the bit to go do some Ozark fall photos, and so we can't hardly wait. And I think Greer Springs, I looked at my pictures.
Yeah.
I think we need to go back there in the fall.
All right.
I don't know how much video I'm going to be able to get tonight. I'll try to blind Steve with my light and see what he comes up with. What's your preconceived?
I was just going to ask you the same thing, but I'm pretty sure we both know the same thing.
Yeah.
We're going to a place called Slabtown Bridge, and it crosses over the big Piney River, which is a beautiful river, but it's really rural. Like, one side of the bridge is dirt and the other side is paved, so I don't think there'll be a lot of traffic there. But what we notice is that the Milky Way, the core, visible core, is going to be landing right on the bridge. They're lined up perfectly around 10:30 tonight if the clouds clear off. And Mike had the idea that if one of us was to drive a vehicle across the bridge and up the hill on the other side, that we get some good taillight action going on. So the idea is to get Milky Way, bridge, car driving across. In my mind, it's driving away, so we get the red tail lights. But that's the idea.
And then our exposure time, mine's about 15 seconds, yours is about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's only as far as we can go in 20 seconds. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what we can get this rig up to.
Anyway, it's always fun going out and taking pictures, and I turned Steve on to this Milky Way stuff, and if you watched my last on the edit, actually Steve's picture was a lot better after he got those, what do they call the flowers?
Blazing Star.
Blazing Star. He got the blazing stars with no wind on them, and mine, if you watched the last video, mine was they had movement on it. So anyway, we'll see what we can get. So Steve dragged me out here in the middle of darkness, which is ideal for Milky Way shots. The only thing we're a little worried about, there is clouds in the sky. I'd show you, but can't see nothing. But we are on the Piney River, and it's this long bridge we're on, and the idea is to get car streak taillights. Oh, we've told them that already.
Here comes a car.
Yeah, here comes a car already, and they're going to be freaked out when they see us. Okay, first, Steve's not as big as he looks here. I'm downhill from him. I look like his kid sitting here. So, Steve, what settings are you going to start with?
Okay, having done this before, I know that my ISO, I'm going to start with it almost as high as it will possibly go, which I think in this one is 6400. Things called high 1, high 2, high 3, I haven't gone at. And the only reason I go with that high of ISO is so that I can find a star, zoom in, and focus on it. And without the high ISO,
you can't see it.
Can't see anything.
Yeah.
And when it gets to that point, then I'm having to get out a flashlight and find something in the distance, and that's hard to do too.
And the hardest part is focus.
Yeah.
Even with autofocus cameras, you can't use them. We have to go to manual. Like Steve said, we try to take our live view and zoom into the brightest star we see, and try to get our focus as close as we can. I've heard focus at infinity, but that's not quite right. So you got to kind of play with it. And I tell people, even me, when I get back to the computer, I'll have several that are real sharp, and then all of a sudden I have several that are out of focus.
Yeah, it'd be nice if your camera spun its focus to infinity and stopped right there. But every lens I own, I think, goes a little bit beyond.
Yeah.
And so it's infinity's not in focus.
I wonder why they do that.
I have no clue. I
never understood
lack
that.
of quality control. I don't know.
What f-stop do you shoot?
This time I'm opening it as far as it'll possibly go. I'm trying to remember with this lens. I think it's 2.4. I think I'd have to. Oh, look at me taking a picture
With your lens shade on.
Yeah, with my lens shade on, and maybe this one. Yeah, it's just 4. Yeah, 4. I think is what this one is. And then the picture's not going to stop because I have it set to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And I knew.
Well,
20
you can just shut it off.
Can't. Oh, I guess.
Shut it off. And
look at that.
Yeah.
Right. It's probably right at 19 seconds.
So what we're going to do now is be patient photographers. Sit here and watch the sky. And we can't tell for sure if it's going to be productive or not. There looks like there's a cloud bank. We had pretty colors at sunset. We are on a bridge. We thought there'd be no traffic. Of course, we walk out to the bridge and there's a car coming each way.
Yeah.
So.
And the one didn't slow down at all, so that's why we're off the side of the road.
Yeah,
now.
we're right on a little turnoff. Got anything else to add?
No, I think I'm going to open up PhotoPills and double check just to make sure the Milky Way is going to line up. It said it did. Yeah, they are.
I don't know.
Hey, the Milky Way is going to be in the right spot. I can see it in the little thing. So
if you don't use PhotoPills, I turned Steve onto it. Actually, he's getting better at it than I am. But PhotoPills is a good app to have for photographers. $10?
Yeah. Yep,
$10. And I've used the heck out of it.
Yep.
So, okay, I'm going to turn off the lights. The bugs are getting us.
Look at all the bugs.
So we've taken a few shots, Steve and I both. We both struggled with, what do you want to say? Struggled with focusing on the stars. It seems like every time we come out here, it's a new experience, but I don't know. We're just waiting right now. Mr. PhotoPills over there says it's going to line up at 10:30, but it looks like it's moving pretty slow. We want it to line up with the center of this bridge, and then we're going to try driving the vehicle by. We had a vehicle come by, but I don't know if it's going to work. I think it's going to be overexposed. We'll see.
Yeah, one car came by, and after we avoided getting hit, which was kind of nice, we took a photo. It was way across the bridge. What did we get to count to 7 or 8 or something like that? Yeah. And so it wasn't a whole lot. We know there's a left-hand turn going up the hill, but it didn't leave the streak of lights that I was hoping it would leave. And so I'm not sure this gig's going to work with the lights going across the bridge. We might just get a lit-up bridge with Milky Way, which is still cool.
Yeah.
That part's going to work out. But yeah, may not work out with the truck going across the bridge.
We're going to try it anyway.
Oh yeah, got to try.
Steve's pretty smart. He put reflective tape on his tripod. I need to do that on mine so he doesn't trip over it. In fact, I need to put one on my camera bag too. So we tried the car thing, Steve. What happened?
We tried the car thing. We tried it 2-3 times, something like that. And as it turns out, even though we can see a slope to the bridge and we know there's a hill on the other side, it's not dramatic enough. It's not a big enough down and a big enough up. So essentially, from where I'm at, the light all stays in one spot and it just kind of burns a little hole, red hole, in one part. And so it looks more like a campfire going in the corner of the photo than a streak of light going through. So anyway, it was a good idea. Yeah, not how we envisioned it, but we tried.
But we're waiting for the Milky Way to kind of line up with this bridge and see what happens. We've probably both overshot it, but we're having fun doing it. It's humid tonight. Bugs are eating us. Somebody, and I'm not going to mention names, somebody forgot the bug spray. So we're going to see what happens.
It's probably 11:45, I would guess.
I would guess too. It's like 11:45. Steve called it right. The Milky Way,
11:45.
11:45. So we're getting out of here actually earlier than we thought. Looked like on the back of our cameras we got some good images, but we never know till we get home, right?
Correct.
And which one do you think you're gonna like the best?
Toward the end, vertical shot. I put the camera way down low on the tripod, so it was only maybe 1.5 feet off the ground. Put it right on the yellow line that runs down the center of the highway and tilted up. So I think we got the galactic center coming right down onto the yellow line. That's what I think we got.
I like that word, galactic center. I like that. Okay, so if we got something, you'll see it on the video. If we made a lot of mistakes, you'll see that also.
Too. Yeah, we made some mistakes, so you'll see those.
Okay, onward.